Hello everyone, it's Scott and Movie Critic back again with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my top 10 first time watches in 2023. This was a very hard list to come up with, as there was a lot of great films that I watched for first time in 2023, and I am going to have to give a few honourable mentions at the start of this list, everyone, because there was a lot of films that I wanted to make this but didn't quite make the cut, unfortunately, but they're all great films still. I've got to give a couple shout outs to Father of the Bride films, the first two. They're absolutely amazing. Massive shout out to Danielle, my cousin, for recommending those two films to me. I had an absolute blast with them. I'll leave a link in the description box down below to her channel. Give her a sub because she's a amazing person with a great channel. What else was there? Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban. I loved all of the Harry Potter series. I watched them all for the first time last year, but Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was definitely my favourite out of the series. What else was there? Once Upon a Time in the West, sent to me for Carlos, Eastwood Life fan. Link in the description box down below to his channel as well. Give him a sub. He's got some amazing content, and his knowledge on films is fantastic. But yeah, that was such a great Western. Definitely one of my favourite Westerns of all time now, for sure. What else was there that I really enjoyed? Witness, that was absolutely incredible. Nigel's a massive fan of that one. I'll leave a link in the description box to Nigel's channel as well. Shout out to him. Such a great guy, and yeah, he's a massive fan of that film. Massive fan of that film as well. Yeah, there was just so many great films that I watched last year. It was hard to come up with 10, but those are some of the honourable mentions. Of course, massive shout out to Spider-Man Across Spider-Verse as well. I thought that was an absolutely incredible animated film from last year, and a great sequel to the first one. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, those are just some of a few honourable mentions. Films that I absolutely loved that unfortunately just didn't make a list, unfortunately. But these are my top 10 first time watches in 2023. I hope you all enjoyed everyone. And I have put these in order as well, with the ones that I enjoyed the most from least to best. So let's get started. So coming in at number 10 is actually a film that I don't own on physical media yet. But it's a film that came out last year at cinema, and I did watch it at cinema and thought it was absolutely incredible. And that is going to be John Wick 4. Yep, really enjoyed this film. Thought the action was absolutely stunning. So many great action set pieces in it. Keanu Reeves was great. Had some really good music in it as well, I thought. And yeah, it was just such a really fun action film from last year, and a great entry into the John Wick series. So yeah, coming in at number 10 would be John Wick Chapter 4. Coming in at number 9 is a really great revenge film from the 80s called Vigilante. This was just such a cool revenge film from the early 80s there. Sort of similar to films like Death Wish and stuff like that. And I actually prefer this over all the Death Wish films that I've seen, to be fair. I thought this was just such a cool film. The acting was great. The score was creepy. It's really tense and atmospheric score in this one. It's a fantastic film from the 80s. Highly recommend this one. Quite violent in places as well. It's quite brutal, to be fair. But yeah, really enjoyed that film. Thought it was great. Coming in next is number 8 is The Father. This was a very emotional film for me. Don't normally get personal too often on a channel, but I've lived with someone who's a family member that did live with dementia. So obviously this film really hit home with me, and hit me on an emotional level, because obviously I could relate to that with living with someone that has struggled with dementia. And yeah, it's just such an emotional film. Anthony Hopkins gives an absolutely amazing performance in this film, and yeah, it's just a really powerful and impactful film, and it's really hard to watch because it just shows what the illness dementia can do to people, and it's a really what's the word, true sort of like the depiction of what dementia can do to people. And yeah, it's just such a heartbreaking story. It's so well acted, and it's just a absolutely amazing film, and I highly recommend it. It's brilliant, but very emotional. Coming in at number 7 is Ghostwatch. Yes, I still remember when I first watched this, it absolutely blew me away. Obviously there was a lot of controversy back when this came out in 1990, I want to say. Yeah, but there was lots of phone calls going on, and I believe this actually got taken off the TV as it aired. So I think it got like halfway through and they had to take it off because everyone in the UK thought it was actually real and it was actually happening. But yeah, no, and to be fair, I see why, because this is very, very realistic and very unsettling. Such a great TV movie. This it is very, very tense. It's creepy. Reacting is sensational, and yeah, I just had a great time watching it, and I will never ever forget my first time watching this. It absolutely creeped the hell out of me. I felt very unsettled after watching this, but wow, it is fantastic. Coming in at number 6, we have Halloween 3 Season of a Witch, which is a fantastic Halloween film and a fantastic horror film. I did go into this with sort of open expectations. I was very excited to watch this film, but I didn't go in with massively high expectations either, because I knew if I'd done that, I could have a slight chance of being disappointed with this film. But thankfully, that wasn't the case. It actually exceeded my expectations and then some. Everything about this film just worked for me. The practical effects are absolutely fantastic in this film, and the actual feeling, the atmosphere of this film, it captures a Halloween feel so well. It feels like a Halloween film, and it is perfect to watch on Halloween Day, which is what I done. And yeah, the acting's great. Tom Atkins gives a great performance. The music is brilliant. And of course, you got the opening theme. Oh, happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Which is kind of annoying, but also really catchy at the same time. I can't help but find that song really entertaining and sing along to it whenever it comes on. But yeah, this is just such a great film. I get why people dislike this. I think back in the day, this with VHS was heavily cut, which I could get why people disliked it, because I'm assuming most of the kills were actually cut out of it, and this film is actually quite gory, to be fair. So yeah, definitely the uncut version though is fantastic, and yeah, this is brilliant. So I'm glad that it's getting the recognition that it deserves now as a horror classic, because this film's just fantastic and everything about it just works for me. Absolutely love that film. Coming in at number 5, we have Oppenheimer, which was my favourite film of last year. Absolutely love this film. Thought it was absolutely fantastic. The performances were incredible. The explosion scene itself was that really tense and gripping stuff, and it was very well made. This is probably Christopher Nolan's possibly his best film, but if not, it is right up there with one of his best. It's just such a well-made film. It is very tense, and yeah, everything about this film just worked for me. The score as well was absolutely brilliant, and it was just such a great time. Really enjoyed this one. Coming in at number 4 was a film recommended to me by Andy of Forgotten World of Movies. I'll leave a link in the description box down to his channel below. Go and check him out. Absolutely amazing guy with tremendous knowledge of films there. And yeah, I absolutely love this film. It's all about this women's character that get, I can't remember the character's name off the top of my head, played by Marissa Tomei. It gets it's about to be attacked by these gang of guys, and Christian Slater's character sort of comes in and saves the day. And then after that, they just start to get talking, and then they sort of build this like love relationship, and it's just such a sweet and charming film. This not going to go too much into it, because I think it is a film go best known in, go nothing about it, watching it, and but yeah, it's such a great film, one of the best from the early 90s here, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. It's really emotional at the end as well, so yeah, definitely brace yourself for the ending, because it's really emotional. But yeah, definitely recommend this one. It is fantastic. And these 3 I really struggled with, because these 3 films are all absolutely fantastic. Love these films so much. But coming in at number 3, we have one of the best revenge films I've ever seen. This is a Korean film. And it is I Saw the Devil. Again, this was also sent to me by Carlos. Massive thank you to Carlos for sending me this. Really do appreciate it, mate. And again, another film that Nigel was a massive fan of, but I'm also going to give shout outs to Jason, Brett, and Sammy G. I'll leave links in the description box to their channels down below. Jason is a massive fan of this film, and so is Sam. And yeah, Sam is going to be doing his first video on YouTube very soon. So yeah, definitely give him a sub. I'm really looking forward to what he does on the channel in the future, because he's doing his first video very, very soon, and it's going to be awesome. But yeah, Jason's got a great channel, so definitely give him a sub as well. But this film was absolutely amazing. I really, really loved it. It's such a tense film, and the acting is absolutely brilliant. It's flipping brutal in parts as well, to be fair. It is really, really nasty and gruesome stuff in this. But yeah, brace yourself for it, because it does have some really graphic content in it. But it's absolutely amazing as well, and it is well worth a watch. Absolutely love this film. Now, the second place film is probably the best film that I've seen out of all these films, but I did prefer the film that I put in at number one, but I'll explain it in a minute. But coming in at number two is going to be a film from the Alfred Hitchcock 4K collection, and a film I'm going to be talking about is Vertigo. Such an amazing film from the 50s. I mean, wow, the performances are brilliant. The story was really, really good, and I thought it was very well told. It was really interesting and engaging. And yeah, it just has some really classic scenes in this film, and it's just such a well-made film. I don't have a bad thing to say about it, in all honesty. It is, in my opinion, a perfect film from the 50s. Everything about it just worked for me, and I would happily watch it again in the future. Absolutely amazing film. But like I said, the best film I've probably seen, but not my favourite. Because it's maybe a little bit slow in places, but I'm not taking anything away from it. Apart from it is basically a perfect film from a technical standpoint. Absolutely loved it. But my number one favourite film that I watched of all of last year will have to go to Dog Day Afternoon. Wow, this film is great. Al Pacino, this is possibly my second favourite performance of his after Scarface. This is wow, and yeah, such a tense story, a true story as well. And I'm not going to spoil it, but the ending was absolutely heartbreaking. What happens at the end? So yeah, this is based on a true story about this bank robbery, and Al Pacino's character, he's such a good bank robber. He's actually a really nice guy. He's a nice normally you're supposed to feel, hate for the bank robbers, because obviously they're the bad guys. But Al Pacino is probably one of the nicest bank robbers I've ever seen in a film ever. And shout outs to Del Boy and Ryan's channel down below as well. I'll leave links in the description box to their channels as well, because we done a watch along with Nigel, Ryan, and Del Boy. This was I think it might have been all of our first times watching this film, and it was just such a great experience. That might be another reason why this was number one, because it was just great to see everyone's reactions and see what they all thought of the film at the exact same time as me. And yeah, it just added to the amazing experience of this incredible film. Again, I don't really have a bad thing to say about it. This is a near perfect film, and I just absolutely loved it. Without a doubt, my favourite film that I saw all of last year. But there we have it, everyone. That is my top 10 first time watches in the year 2023. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All that be very much appreciated. Thank you all so much, everyone. And let me know what you think of some of these films. Have you seen these films before? What are some of your favourites from the films that I've chose? What were some of your favourite films that you saw of last year for the first time? Would love to hear all your thoughts on that, everyone. And of course, thank you all so much for everyone. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, that about do it for this video, everyone. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all later.